Whoa, yeet. Whoa, whoa. Hey, hey, hey. Whoa. Ha. Welcome to the trade room, y'all. Welcome to the trade room, y'all. It's a macro Saturday. Welcome to the trade room, y'all. Hey. Hey. Welcome to the trade room, y'all. Welcome to the trade room, y'all. It's a macro Saturday. Welcome to the trade room, y'all. Happy to see you guys in here. It's the trade room, y'all. We got charts today. We go macro. We thinking big picture. Let's go now. Let's go now. Let's go now. Welcome to the trade room, y'all. This is about to be fun. Welcome to the trade room, y'all. It's a macro Saturday. It's a macro Saturday. We got things to talk about. It's a macro Saturday. Welcome to the trade room, y'all. Welcome to the trade room, y'all. It's a macro Saturday. Welcome to the trade room, y'all. Listen, like, subscribe, put your alerts on. I'm happy to see y'all here today. Welcome to the trade room, y'all. Welcome to the trade room, y'all. It's a macro Saturday. Welcome to the trade room, y'all. Hey, welcome to the trade room, y'all. Welcome to the trade room, y'all. It's a macro Saturday. Welcome to the trade room, y'all. We're gonna get started soon, guys. Love you guys for showing up. Make sure to like. Make sure to subscribe. Make sure to share with a friend. It's time to get litty. See you soon.
What's up? Welcome to the trade room. It's your boy here, Trade, and we are here on this first Saturday of the new year. Happy New Year. Hope you guys got a chance to hang out with your friends, your family, got away from the redundancy of life, and just had a good time, had a chill time. I had a good holiday. It was fun, and I played a lot of DeFi Kingdoms during that time. And so shout out to the chat. All right. We have Sticks intern in the building. We have Skiller. And we have Mega in the building. That actually leaves a quick opportunity for me to shout out the Jewelers Guild. Big shout out to the Jewelers Guild right off the bat. So we're gonna get into what we're talking about today. We got a lot of things to talk about. It's a new year. So overall, what are we looking like for 2024 and beyond? That's the general conversation. We are a macro channel. We like macro topics. We like to look at the grander picture. So for the entire year of 2024, what's the outlook? What are we seeing? What are we expecting? What's happening within the space, right? And it's going to involve a lot of what we already do, but we're just always going to put a mark on the macro part. We're always going to get into our market conditions, BTC, AVAX, Jewel, Jade, Still got an eye on the bloater, and we'll talk about Jade down the line. You know, we're gonna talk about the trade on Bitcoin that we've been tracking, which is I think 157 days, a 57% move that we've been tracking since August. It was a great way to close the year out on what's kind of a macro trade, right? Even though it was about 5, 6, 7 months, it was a macro trade, and we're going to see where we are on that as well. We're going to talk about some of the things that we're going to be adding to the channel, which is what's happening in you know what's happening in the U.S. right with blockchain litigation cases. We're gonna have a couple of special guests, come on and really dive into what's happening with the litigation. Some the retail individuals, our perspectives on what we're seeing, and then somebody who may work in the litigation space and their opinions and what they think. Because we can sit here and be like number up only, right? But how are we keeping track of what's actually happening in the court systems and things of that nature? We're gonna talk gameplay, big time boar hunts. We're gonna talk Jade, and I'm sorry to glass over the boar hunt. Trust me, we're gonna boar hunt. We're gonna talk about Jade and the curse of the Harmony blockchain. Right, that was a treacherous time, and we've had another shake in the Clayton ecosystem. What's the thought process? What's the psychology on that? The Clayton orbit hack. What is it looking like in that ecosystem in terms of their security? Right? A lot of times we're in blockchain and we're like, yay, fun, but what is the security of these ecosystems, their servers, their redundancies? What is their security, right? How legit are they? And we've seen the Harmony hack, and we saw what happened from there, where maybe the third party application you're using doesn't have the greatest security, and maybe you also didn't think of some security measures to put in place for these ecosystems that may not be of as quality security as you have. So we'll talk about that, and we'll look at the current OUSDT chart and how it has deviated from its dollar peg. And what's the play? What's the play, right? What's the play in that type of situation based upon the market conditions that we're in? We'll talk about that. Boar hunting, yes, we're gonna definitely boar hunt. I have a Twitter poll that we did that gave us a sense of how the community is seeing hunts. But just like with anything, somebody could have, a better summoning style than you, but you have this, and people are just sharing information. And I think Dreamer even said it, or even maybe Second Best Dad, about the sharing of knowledge of how to do things. But we'll do some more hunting, and we'll see if I land anything good. We'll talk about my latest loot drop. We're gonna do a mythic dark summon. We're gonna burn 2 mythics. People are saying, some people are like, yeah, let's do it. Throw a greater stone on it. Other people are like, why would you do that? Don't do that, especially with the summons that are left on that. We're gonna, finish it off at the back end with the trade room picks, the things that I'm looking at, the things that I'm tracking. There's a lot in the ecosystem. We'll do some chart requests. But overall, same schedule, different angles, always thinking macro. But we're starting off with a big shout out to the jewelers. They come on right after me at 9:30 p.m. Eastern. They're having Bullon on. that sounds funny. Yeah, they'll be having Bullon. Oh, did I not click on them? Yeah, I'm right here. They'll be having Bullon on at 9:30. We'll be hanging out, talking DeFi Kingdoms. And so let's get it gwinning. Let's get it gwinning. Shout out to the chat. Let's see what's going on with the chat right now. While I peel over to one of our topics that we have here. Shout out to the chat room. Hope you guys had a good year. Like I said, Mega in the building, Dags in the building. Um, let's see. All right, cool. Yeah, so we hanging out here. Bullon is Bullon on? Bullon's not on. Don't lie to me, guys. Don't lie to me. I know you guys are going on and Bullon is hopping in, but if Bullon hops into the chats, you guys gotta flag me. You guys gotta flag me because I know he's prepping. He's prepping for you guys. So let's start off with some charts before we get into the thick of things. BTC macro trade nailed. What do we mean by that here? We're gonna come over to the chart here. Let's see here. Actually, you know what? Let's start it off with the drama. It's good to start it off with the drama. Jade and the curse of the Harmony blockchain. You know, sometimes you just live and it hits you. It just hits you. There was a little bit of drama. You had Bitcoin correcting, which we're gonna look at the chart. We're gonna look at the chart soon. You had Bitcoin correcting. You had the market kind of selling off a little bit, and then you get a bridge hack. Okay. And then you get a bridge hack of Orbit chain, right? And this is something that has happened in the ecosystem before with Harmony, and we were in that space and we saw the value of our assets get really affected by that because we had some things that were pegged on chain. And so, you know, moving over from Harmony over to Serendale 2.0, it's interesting to see some of the redundancies that the DeFi Kingdoms team decided to put in place. Okay. If you don't know what happened on the Harmony blockchain with the DeFi Kingdoms ecosystem, a lot to explain there, but basically, we were the number one TVL ecosystem on the Harmony blockchain at the top of the market. They had a hack and kind of weird business practices and communications to help figure out what was going on. Along with that, miscommunication from the blockchain foundation. We also had some security measures that allowed us to be affected. And so moving on to Clayton, it's interesting with this current bridge hack that happened with them. Now, as soon as it happened, obviously Orbit Chain put out a report or a post on X. Clayton Foundation put out a post on X. In short, hey, it happened. Hey, we sticking with Orbit Chain. Hey, we're gonna find a way to figure out and what happened and set it straight. Clayton Blockchain, I believe they have a war chest and they'll probably be able to figure something out. But now is another example of another blockchain that has a top 10, or actually, they have like 4 of the top 15 ranked blockchain games on their blockchain currently. Correct me if I'm wrong, especially if you take the last 6 months of analytics from different blockchains and the games that they have on them. I believe that Clayton is top 10, top 15. And so they have to figure out a way to make that situation whole. It's not going to happen right away, but the thing that impressed me was that the team put in redundancies, right? And Dreamer put out, despite the holiday, been in a team huddle since seeing the news on the Orbit bridge. Majority of DFK treasury is managed, maintained on Ethereum and DFK chain, which has no exposure to this hack. We have been assessing options with impacted assets on Clayton, OUSD, T, OBTC, and OETH. So they were able to set up their ecosystem without having a direct correlation to a stable coin because of what has happened in the past. And if you're going to be a cross bridge ecosystem, whether you're in GameFi, whether you're in DAOs, whether you're even hosting NFTs. If you're going to be cross chain, you need to have some of these redundancies. So that then leads us to, okay, so the hack happened. They're going to have to figure ish out. What type of environment are we in the current cryptocurrency blockchain? If we are currently in a bear market, the DPEG of the uh, Clayton OUSDT pair, the DPEG may have been more severe. Are we in a bear market? We still have a lot of questions going into 2024. So one of the things that I want to look into, the trade room wants to look into, is what this OUSDT pair looks like, and its chart and how it's moving. What does it look like for the next 30 days? What does it look like for the next 3 months? What does it look like for the next 6 months? As this pair, which has already depegged, what is that looking like? And I'm sorry, this is Jade. I'm gonna switch it over to the chart that we should be looking at. There we go. So it has depegged to about 60 cents from a dollar peg. And I'm going to open this up a little bit so we can look at it more closely. What does this DPEG look like? How does it recover, if it recovers at all? And what can that tell us about what is going to happen in the Serendale 2.0 ecosystem of DeFi Kingdoms? Because it has gone through the most amount of battering. And it is at its weakest state in terms of market confidence or player confidence. But it's also where the most opportunity can lie. So, what does that look like for the Jade token? What does that look like for OUSDT? But overall, the bigger question before even looking into this micro sense is to look at what does Bitcoin look like and what is the health of Bitcoin. So that's what we're going to look at before we even go back and look into um, you know, the interior DeFi Kingdoms ecosystem. But guys, what do you think in the chats? Right? What do you think of what happened with the hack of the Orbit blockchain? How do you feel, especially knowing DeFi Kingdoms history and what happened in the Harmony blockchain during the last bull market? Let me know what you think. If you're here, make sure to put a thumbs up. All right. We're coming back after a big break. We have a lot to cover, and we have the Jewelers podcast on with Belong after this. So if it seems like I'm going pretty fast, best believe I am. We're going through. You guys been here. We've been there. We've done that. We got a lot of information to go through. We got a lot of thesis to go through. This is going to be a 2024 back to it burner. So hop in when you can, hop out when you can. We have the charts here. But we're going to tap into the chat to see before we hop into understanding the bigger macro picture before we dive into what's happening with the Jade and the curse of the Harmony and how we could possibly look at that ecosystem recovering, even especially with the bloater, which I still think it's of great meme coin quality. Everybody is slept on the meme coins, and I don't have a negative view on the meme coins. I just don't want to pay for meme coins. I want to get it for free. So the ecosystem of the great migration with the shift over to Serendale 2.0 still lives. But what does this hack mean for us, and what is that recovery on the Serendale 2.0 end? And how is Clayton and the DeFi Kingdoms combination going to work through this? So, looking at the chat, we have Sticks Intern said this is such a vibe. Yes, that's to do with the intro. We have Wowie in the building. We got drama. What's the tea? Yeah, I just spoke a little bit about the drama in the tea. The hack that we're having, and just the overall sentiment of the community. And quite honestly, it almost feels like, we've been there, we've done that. Oh, even better that the DFK team had their redundancies in place. And all right, Clinton, figure it out. We're still doing what we're doing, right? We're still building how we're building. So That was pretty cool to see. Dax says I thought the drama would be the BTC and Solana ETF. The Solana ETF, the BTC ETF. I mean, we're gonna talk about that, but that's already a happen sense. That's already a happen sense. It's gonna happen. Yeah, does it speak volumes that a hack on Clay didn't affect us at all? So like no treasury money on Clay. Is that what I'm hearing? Yeah, those are all good questions. And Dags, make sure that we press bull on about that. Make sure that we press bull on about just the clarity of that. Cause I even didn't have enough time to listen to the entire AMA. So you guys can also update me in the chat as well. But let's read between the lines. The treasury is on Ethereum. Next chain, Ethereum. Oh no! Don't do that! Don't do that! Don't do that, Dax. Are you telling me that I need to be stacking some Ethereum on this dip? I don't know. I don't know. Okay, that's interesting. DFK unlucky on those chains, but not even their fault, man. I mean, look, when it comes to security, I mean, I'm just everything I see from this team just gets better and better, right? So, the fact that some of these hacks happen on these chains and DeFi kingdoms, the blockchain, the code, the ecosystem is able to still sustain itself, it looks great. We're not going to stop having these hacks. These people are going to keep trying, people are going to keep doing things. But I tell you what, I haven't seen Synapsis get hacked. I haven't seen Holiday get hacked. I haven't seen any of these actual strategic partners that their team has been utilizing for a long time get hacked. It's showing a lot of redundancy. So I'm not too worried, especially seeing the response. It's about how long is it going to take that ecosystem to figure their ish out and get their ish going? Because we got our ish together, right? We got our shit together, right? How long is it going to take them to figure their ish out and get us going? So, um, Franz says Skiller emotionally affected. It scared me. Now are you referring to what happened on Harmony or what just happened? I know Franz, it gotta be what happened on Harmony. It gotta be what happened on Harmony. What up, Zen? Shout out to you. Man, the chat is moving today. Is Frost Bloater the shitcoin imitation of the meme coin bloater? Yeah, Frost Bloater is kind of the shitcoin, but it also too has good potential. Just eating off the back of everything else. When Jewel and Bloater ETF. I mean, look, Jewel. I mean, look. Honestly, I don't know. I don't know if I could see a Jewel ETF. That would have to be some astronomical things, but um we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that down the line. Dax said, "Nah, I won't push Bullon on the lack of Clay treasury. I will shit talk Clay in public because I'm requesting a grant from them to buy Serendale land for the guild." Okay, so I hear you, Dax. Strategic planning. Okay, all right, yeah. Well, I hear you on that. You gotta say no more. Say no more. I got you. Clay worshiper. You think that maybe the hacks are by the same people and are using DFK as a way to choose the next chain to hack? No, Wowie. What do you mean by that? Like they're testing out trying to hack the DFK partners and not DFK itself? Um, I mean, I don't think they're the same people. I think there's just a lot more hackers out there than we think there are. No, it's some people hack as a daytime job. That's what they do, man. Um, when bloater with a hat. Oh, I mean, dude, I would love to see that. So, yeah. So we just finished looking at the drama that's happened in the Clayton ecosystem. We're getting ready to look at our BTC analysis that we finished off 2023 with, and we're gonna hop back into from there the the OUSDT chart, and look at the Jade chart, which actually is no longer available on Dex Screener. So I've been using this Greco terminal here. But hey, I've been a big fan of Jade for a long time now, maybe the last 6 to 8 months. And it doesn't look the greatest. And you don't run away from inferences when things don't look good, right? You want to go in, analyze what's going on, and determine if your bias or analysis is right or wrong. So we're gonna look at Jade after we look at that pair and what we need to see from that pair. But remember, we need to understand what's currently happening with Bitcoin, and what our expectations are of Bitcoin. So, guys, we're gonna kick back. All right, this is the first half hour. If you're here, welcome. Thank you. Make sure to put a thumbs up. Make sure to like. Make sure to subscribe. Make sure to actually put your alerts on. All right, we do have a mythic burning coming, and I also have a loot drop from Boar Hunt that I'm going to show you guys right before we get into that. But let's do a speed round of about 15 to 20 minutes of the charts. Okay, bigger picture before we dig into the more granular thing, as in the drama of Jade, Claytonville, and what's going on there. Crystalville is fine. Crystalville is going to do its thing. We have the theory of uh, BTC being the BTC of the markets, AVAX being the BTC of Jewel, Jewel being the BTC of the entire DeFi Kingdoms ecosystem, Crystal being the Ethereum, and then Jade being the XRP, the forgotten one, the lost son. So with that analysis, bigger picture is Bitcoin that we need to look into. Now, we've been tracking Bitcoin, bigger bullish divergence here. When it went down to 15K, we followed this channel. Bada bang, bada bang. You guys know that. And if you don't, go watch some of our old analysis on Bitcoin. Once we got to this area, we tracked from August of 2023. From this particular area where Bitcoin was at 29,000, with the inference of what the grander picture was, this support that we found here down over at 25K, we made not even that we found here, with this push that we made here initially to June of 2023, after finding our lows in November of 2022, we projected this blue box August of 2023 that we are expecting a 153-day 57% move from Bitcoin to possibly go into this yellow range that we have here. This range is a very convoluted range area. It's called the F around and find out zone. If you get into the zone, you can prove one of two things. You can have an absolute rejection that determines that, hey, you've made a grand impulse up. You're being rejected from a confluence area that could take you into new highs, but at least come and test this area. When you come and test this area, this is the F around and find out zone. So for a period of time, you can zone in this area, but an escape from here is going to determine a bull market for you, especially a breakout and back test of 46,000. A break below here, you can still find support down here at 37,000. Worst case scenario, support here at 34,000, and you may take a longer time span to work your way out here. Geopolitical factors and what's happening in the stock market and the equities market, and U.S. Financial monetary policy has a lot to do with that. You do not get all-time highs in the cryptocurrency market, at least for its first 13 years, without getting all-time high in the stocks market, we are currently seeing all-time highs in the stock market, even though and we saw 9 straight weeks of green for the equities slash stock market. And so now that we're in the F around and find out zone, we have completed it, ladies and gentlemen. We have done it. All right. We had an inference. We have completed. If you see the top of this wick, if I go to this month area, if you see the top of this wick, it has just about missed this $46,000 region with how many days left in this shaded projected area. How many days left that we had? Let's line up right here. Let's 7 days left. All right. 7 days left. All right. In this projected area, we have completely nailed our inference. And again, the hardest thing to have done is when we made our prediction here, August 14th of 23, and then it deviated from here. This deviation can take you off of what you're trying to do. But when you think macro, when you plan macro, and you look at multiple macro data, you continue to march on and hold on to your inference. And so that's what we're going into the year with. We are very excited about that. You know, we've been doing this for a while, and it's just pretty fun to journalize it here, and kind of see what happens as we map things out. So, what are we looking at for what Bitcoin is where Bitcoin is going? Well, we have a Bitcoin ETF that's been the hottest topic of the crypto market. It's been the hottest topic since not only 2021, where we got the Bito futures launched on the equities market. Now we're looking for the Bitcoin ETF, where if you are buying that ETF in the equities market, you have rights to an actual amount of BTC. Now, there's a separation there where you still have a centralized entity, BlackRock, being a custodian for that. But at the end of the day, this thing is being launched with Coinbase being the custodian who is co-signing BlackRock as a liquidity provider for this ETF launch. And Coinbase is connected to about 4 or 5 other entities. And so this is major, right? This price action has been the lead up to that. And it's just very, very interesting that as we have broken out into the top of the F around and find out zone, we have the SEC warning investors about not FOMOing into not FOMOing into the markets. Very, very interesting, but not to deviate too much from what we're seeing. Bitcoin is in a very dangerous zone here. Okay, a lot of the accumulation for what's coming with the Bitcoin ETF, the Bitcoin halving, the litigation cases that are currently going on, the US regulations on crypto that are looking to make further steps forward, 2024 going into 2025, the Federal Reserve starting to ease monetary policy, the banks still borrowing heavily from the Fed bank loan funds. You're seeing this build up in Bitcoin. So as we look a little bit more granularly in Bitcoin, yes, Bitcoin looks very healthy. I mean, even where it is right here in the smaller time frame, is just making higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, and going through this correction. So for a macro investor looking at this, I don't even care. We can come and nick this. We can come back down here because of all the hype of the Bitcoin ETF. And sometimes it's by the rumors, sometimes it's sell the news, but quite honestly, even if Bitcoin, okay, let's say the ETF news drops, right? Let's say the ETF news drops, and I have to actually continue this channel that I'm drawing here and possibly line it up better. But let's say the Bitcoin ETF news drop. We know this is the F around and find out zone. Another possible resistance zone now that it's starting to make this traction here is $52,000. So it may very well be that the Bitcoin ETF drops. Bitcoin has already been quite running. And it maybe it does make another what? This is about a 20% move. This is about a 20% move. So it would not surprise me after what? After a 57% move from when we started tracking this movement here, right? And even from the lows of that move, we were not even that accurate, right? If you're looking at it, it's really a 84% move for Bitcoin, and it's done that over a period of time. It's in the top of the F around and find out zone. All this hoopla about the Bitcoin ETF dropping, and that could just be the last gas to finish it off before it resets for a larger move. You may get a lot of commotion in the stock market. You may get a lot of commotion with some of these ETFs that drop. You may get a lot of news that goes into there, but is the question that there is one more impulse coming before you get some sort of solid correction, even though it'll be very nice to see Bitcoin get to 52,000. So I'm expecting impulses, but I'm being very pessimistic about it. And when you look at the monthly, the stochastic RSI gives you an indication that there could be another impulse coming with the way that it's curved. But we also know that we're at the top of these Bollinger Bands. And even when you look at the monthly for Bitcoin, we're skating at the top of this Bollinger Band in the F around and find out zone. Even though we're really bullish, our stochastic RSI is pretty high up here. It could reset as it always does in bull markets and continue higher up. We're still expecting 65,000. We're still expecting, if we're going to go into all-time highs, 92,000 as the place. But remember, this F around and find out zone is called the F around and find out zone for a reason. So yes, with the Bitcoin ETF coming, it's big news. Could expect to move to 52K. But it could easily get another rejection to come back test 46K. And psychologically, that's going to feel like, oh my gosh, the market is crashing. Meanwhile, it's just a back test of bullish movement. Moving on really quickly, we're going to head over to AVAX. Looking at AVAX, AVAX is in the same predicament here. AVAX made a great solid move from these lows here to about a 400, 500% move here from the top there over a period of time. AVAX has, corrected from the top here about as low as a 35% correction. Remember, usually you could see about a 50 to 55% correction when it makes huge impulses like that. So 36% is cute. But it doesn't make me feel confident in, if I were to try to be dollar cost averaging. We did speak and say that AVAX at $35 is a solid place to look at, to possibly try to snag it, depending on how the rest of the cryptocurrency market look like. But again, after this bullish movement here, it's the stochastic RSI. I'm just not confident that it's not going to go lower, right? Quite honestly, let me see. Quite honestly, $28 is in the books. $28 is in the books for AVAX here, even though initially we were looking at it and saying $35 could be to where we snag it at. And again, it could make a run back to test this $48, $50 range. But again, that could be a formation of a double top on the weekly because it needs a further correction. On the daily, things do look good. Looks like we may come back up on a short span, maybe $41. And test it. But overall, this is not a place that I would be dollar cost averaging into AVAX. Again, we could receive a push in the markets from the Bitcoin ETF. And AVAX could get crazy enough to actually run to about $60 to try to make a new high. But overall, to dollar cost on AVAX, no. So from there, we hop over to Jewel itself, right? So we're optimistically pessimistic, right? And so optimistically pessimistic. So speaking of the hack and wrapping that up in terms of OUSD, because like I said, we're looking at the macro, but we're gonna come to the micro. Let's look at let's look at Jade first, and then let's look at OUST because my thesis for Jade has not changed, right? Let me go ahead and take a sip here. And let's see about tapping into the chats right now. You guys are chatting away. Let's see. What is going on here? Dak says, dude, I've pretty much replaced my real friends with you guys. Moving away from Illinois was the start. Ignoring them on messengers to talk to my Discord friends with pretend money was the final dagger. Yo, that's actually hilarious. That's actually hilarious because that's a bit of what's happening too. But then you gotta just try to get your other friends in. You know, you gotta try to get them in. Um, Shout out to did I hear that Beeve is in the house? Shout out to Beeve. He's at the bar enjoying my internet friends while ignoring. Yeah, okay, that's where that comment came from. By the way, I have more friends than Starbuck and Mosh. Oh, that's hilarious. That's hilarious. So I'm glad to see that as Stick says, we are in good company. Yes, we are in good company for sure. Shout out to the chat. So we're gonna look at Jade really quickly. The overall thesis has not changed with Jade. You know, we already spoke about the same bullish divergence that we saw with Jade and RSI. We've been tracking that here. We've gotten multiple bounces on Jade here. And we got a large impulse and we're having a correction. Now, normally from a correction, you may see a 50. And why is this doing this? Let's fix this here. I don't know if you guys can see. All right, sorry about that. I kind of I tried to enlarge it and it gave me image that I did not like seeing because I couldn't use my tools. But overall, this bullish divergence here, or at least this most recent correction, was it the normal 50% correction that we normally see from the top here of Jade? This was actually a 63% correction from the top. So yeah, you look at a 60% correction. The overall thing is, even with the hack and the depegging, some statistics maybe telling us that Jade is up when it's not. I found this pair here, regardless of what's happening with Jade, to still be a good one to track because Deck Screener doesn't have one. And overall, the only thing I can really look at is the RSI because the RSI is not correlated to the pair. The RSI is not correlated to exactly the value of the pair transaction. It's correlated to the volume and the propensity of the market buying to a certain level or selling to a certain level. So the fact that we have an opportunity to have a bounce here and to possibly continue this bullish RSI only plays into a bigger bullish inference on Jade and what we're looking at. And so overall, still tracking Jade, still looking at this as a marvelous period to stack up Jade, but not really feeling rushed to do anything until what? Until we track this OUSD pair here that we have. And I'm just going to enlarge it a little bit. We're going to track this OUSD pair right now. It's depegged. Okay, so it's depegged to 60 cents. Okay, it was as low as 60 cents. So it's right now at a really low stature. The 4-hour chart is what we're looking at for this. If we go over to the daily chart, we can see that it could possibly go lower because the Bollinger is opening here, but we see that the RSI for here has gone down. We're seeing this red MACD start to get lighter, which means the volume of selling, right? People who are selling in panic, the volume is lessening of those cells. We can even see it here with the volume bar. So that's the daily, right? The 3-day looks bearish, right? The 3-day looks bearish, but again, the RSI has bottomed here as close to as zero as you can get. The stochastic here is low as well. So the 3-day chart, when you look at the grand picture, only a few other times have this thing gone this low. In July 2023, in October 2023, most recently again in December of 2023, and then now you have this current time where this is the lowest it's depegged from its dollar peg. And so if we go a little bit more granular and look at the 2-hour, what can we possibly see from here? We don't see much. Okay, the only thing we can hang our hat on is we have our first instance of a higher low, right? First instance of a higher low. All right, in this pair, we also have continuing, okay, continuing RSI rise, right? So if RSI continues to follow this, maybe there is some life, maybe there is some hope there. The stochastic also too has turned up. So between whatever fix or remedy Clayton and Orbit tried put in, the redundancies, the security patches, and again, you can have a great game, but if your ecosystem, your servers are not protected, these things will happen. So we're going to see the response of the Clayton blockchain. We're going to watch this RSI here on the OUSDT pair here. And we're going to see if we continue to get more positive influences that this is strengthening. And if that is the case, there is a glorious rise for Serendale 2.0 and the Jade token and the bloater in store. So now we're going to look at the Jewel token and we're going to wrap it up. All right. We're going to look at Jewel. We're going to wrap it up. And for Jewel, man, oh man, oh man, what a time it has been. All right. We were tracking our bullish divergence. We've been tracking that here. We tracked our inverse head and shoulders that played in. We tracked that 75 cents was a major place of resistance. We got that rejection. We're currently, testing this area here. And, what I'm pulling up here is my most recent tweet. And guys, if you're here, okay, thank you for hanging out. Cheers to you on a Saturday. I know there's football on and you guys are spending some time here. So shout out to you guys. You guys are the real ones. If you're here checking out today's I left Sticks interns up there. If we're here checking out our stream, make sure to tap into the jewelers after this. They are having bull on. Great way to enter into Saturday. Everyone kills the other days. Monday, I know Sticks has Wednesday, but Saturdays, DFK Saturdays. Oh, we're taking over. We're taking over, guys. We got Saturday on lock. Okay, we got it in hand. So we nailed our Bitcoin inference. We've trickled all the way from Bitcoin down to Jewel, and it's just a good time to just have the overall conversation about our inference on Jewel. Excuse me, about our inference on Jewel. And we did a whole thread on Twitter. Guys, if you're not following me on Twitter, make sure we go do that right now. We drop just a lot of conversations about the space. But, overall, this Jewel analysis is macro. We looked for healthy long-term patterns to help us navigate bearish price action when we were in the bear market. Did we not? We got bullish divergence into a head and shoulders, into a classic cup and handle that we are currently tracking to confirm a macro bullish trend and retest of 30 cents. With all that said, most healthy blockchain tokens in the crypto space not only go back to visit their all-time highs during bull markets, but at a minimum, do a 3x from their all-time highs if they're healthy. Do not take the current state of consolidation in Jewel as weakness. We look to find support between 29 cents and 25 cents, with nothing stopping price action from getting to $3 to $4 once we leave the 75 cents area, big rejection area. $6 to $10 is the most volatile rejection area. All-time high at $23.84 is currently 6,928% away. A conservative fib extension of $40 in price discovery is 13,022% away. We look at market cap. We when looking at a market cap, a 3x from our previous highs put the DeFi Kingdoms ecosystem at 3 billion. Nothing is for certain, but markets for now are entirely based on BTC, stock market, and the Fed monetary policy. The goal, at least for myself, is to scale out of Jewel at strategic price points. The first being $6 to $10. From a macro lens, we ain't going nowhere. We are here for the next 10 to 15 years. You got to do it. All right. So that was the overall inference, right? I haven't looked out this macro in forever. All right. But when you're looking at it, if we continue going where we're going, this is the macro inference. This is where economic hardening is going to get you. This is just classically in the movement of markets and cycles. This is everything, right? And so in a macro sense, we're going to track all the data points that we are looking at, all the data points that we need to see. But all in all, there is more confidence in this inference because the game is fun as hell, right? At this current moment, the game is fun as hell. The psychological dopamine inducing continued world building, psychedelic effects, the anxiety of wanting to win, the winning, it's there, right? And quite honestly, having studied this pace, you actually have to watch your own sanity. You have to watch your own sanity, which is why some of these applications that provide ease of use and ease of life that allow you to automate things is just going to be this system is going to get more complex and more complex and more complex and more complex. And those who go through the avenue of building with it, even though the building is hard, yes, the building is hard. It's hard to build something. It's hard to just say F it and put time into it, right? When no one else is seeing what you're doing. But from developers to people in cybersecurity to gamers to, people even eventually Bitcoiners, it is just absolutely great to be able to build in this space and to not only connect your financial inertia, also to your fun inertia, the social media inertia portion of it. Overall is great, right? So this is the macro outlook, right? I'm not even going to break too much into the Jewel chart. We have literally been tracking Jewel forever. What we are looking at is we are looking for a cup and handle, okay? We've been looking at many patterns. We've been tracking this for a while. We're looking for a cup and handle. Now the handle can form whatever way it wants to form, but we're looking at an opportunity to come back to retest 75 cents. In the meantime, we are now at that support area that we spoke about. All right. We sit close to that support area, but this mid Bollinger, all right, which is something that I use as a tracking system to see the weight of how much is dragging the price down. This Bollinger, I would have loved for this mid Bollinger to be here meeting the price. But what this tells me is, yes, we have currently started to show signs of the bounce here. If you see here, this is the daily chart. We have 2 days, 1, 2, 3 days that we've bounced off of this, possibly a triple bottom, possibly bouncing off of this RSI that we have here. And you guys know how seriously we take RSI, right? See this RSI, this long-term RSI that we have here? It looks like we're getting a bounce here, right? But you have to understand that the longer time frames are holding some weight down. Now, the good thing is, look, 30 as possible support was not a strong support, but 25 as a support is a strong support because historically this is that area. All right. Even in the first launching, this is that area. So the overall question is 25 going to support? And if it does support, that's beautiful. We'll get a bounce. We'll get a bounce out of here to confirm this normal 60% correction from the top, 66% correction from the top. We'll get a bounce. And if Bitcoin turns around from 52K and comes back down, all we're doing now is doing a back test. And a back test is always a strong pattern to form. So if it bounces from here, I'm not expecting it to all of a sudden continue going. I'm like, yes, okay, we found the bounce, we found a support. Can we now get some relief? And even if we come back down to back test it, we can back test it as a healthy support in the overall formation of this pattern that we're looking to form out here, which is a very powerful cup and handle. And as the cup and handle pans out and we are able to move out of that 75-cent region, it is skies to the limit to power through 75.94, and I wouldn't be surprised at a psychological test at 130, $1.30 very quickly. And so that's the overall inference of what we're looking at for the market. It is optimistic pessimism. Okay. Optimistic pessimism. And that's kind of how we are approaching this year. All right. We've had a nice run. We're set and stored up to continue going up. We may even get a final push, but we need a cool down, and that could last for a month and a half to 2 months. Okay. After we get the buy the rumor, sell the news, even if we get a continued push, that's what we're looking at. And what does that mean for Jade and these other assets is yes, our bots are working for us. Shout out to DFK Helper. Shout out to shout out to shout out to what's the other bottom system? I just lost track of the other bottom system, but big shout out to DFK Helper. All right, if you're coming in, I just even looked at my YouTube the other day where I have the PGP encryption details. When you set up with DFK Helper, you have to encrypt your private keys in order to send it over for the account to be activated, right? It's just a necessary secure way where if you're going to say, hey, if you're going to trust me to run this bot for you, you want ease of life. You are not willing to do the back end coding or the back end application of the file. You want to have a service do it for you. It's a very beautiful paid system, and you want to work your way into figuring out how you need to make that system work for you. DFK Helper is an absolute great asset to go to, to look at for that resource. So big shout out to DFK Helper. I have a couple of accounts botting currently with them, and I've also set up a couple of my own accounts. And I'm telling you, the DFK Helper one is just flawless. Okay, flawless. So in this world, we love convenience, right? So if you want the paid service, if you want to go, make sure it's set. Make sure you have the spreadsheet, which is now going to turn into the website, right? It's going to be integrated into the website. You can now really do it in a swift, efficient, customizable mode. So let's go ahead. We're going to get into the next portion of this. We didn't want to dive too much into charts, but you guys know I love charts so much that I did kind of dive into there. But let's hop into the next part of this stream, which is the gameplay. Right? We are in a gameplay version. We are about to be boar hunting soon. All right. We're about to be boar hunting soon. So you guys might want to strap in. All right. So, gameplay. What are we talking about? Gameplay. One of the questions that we had for the longest time was, hey, all right, it's cool. The team is building, all right, it's cool. But this they need to actually make something that's fun, right? And we were like, yeah, 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 they do need to make something that's fun. If they can achieve that, then this thing goes nowhere. And so this team did not just go ahead and throw anything out there. They used the combat testing grounds. They used a bunch of different other stats and analytics, and they threw out the boar hunt. And we did a recent poll on Twitter. It was like, hey, have you been having difficulty with DFK boar hunt? And it was 56% that said, yeah, I'm having trouble. And then 43% said, nah, I'm killing it. But when you make a game, you don't want everybody killing it, right? You don't want everybody killing it. And I even think 56% is actually pretty damn good for 66 votes, right? In the beginning of the boar hunts, I think it might have been like 75-80%, right? So you're seeing the sharing of information helping people learn how to win. You see more people win, maybe more people are getting drops. But this was interesting to see because I went through a phase where I went 13 for 17, 13 no, 3 for 17, 3 losses, 3 wins, 17 losses. And it's very interesting that we had a we had a comment with this poll, right? And this guy was like, I have never been dropped a single thing other than the Moksha rune after winning 20 plus hunts. I literally want to rage tweet everything I hate about DFK after every win. Spending 10 crystal and 8 tears is infuriating. So, yes, eat my shorts. And then, hey, we're a cruel community. Hey, Mega's like, hey, send a clip of your games. The boar hunts are tough. I said, super tough. We have to send him to the Jeweler's Crypto. Shout out to the Jeweler's Crypto. Lots of help there. Mega said, for sure. Because take a look in my bio for a link at our guild. We can chat more there as well. And then I said, oh, that's brutal. No void charts? I went through 17 hunts. I got nothing in the early stages. I find I get better loot with hunts where my XP is down too. Lastly, there's a theory about the luck play about that a theory out that luck plays a factor in loot drops, so I've made sure to boost my knights, priest, and archers luck. So basically, hey, I went in, I saw what's going on, I asked around, I made adjustments. And we got somebody that said that's not a theory. It's in the DFK docs. The drop rate of equipment is increased by the combined luck score of your combat party heroes. The full formula, there you go. Right. So it's just interesting taking that poll. And the most absolutely interesting thing is that, oh, is it not here? There's no way it's not here. Literally after he rage tweeted, he got dropped a void shard. Literally as soon as he, oh man, is it not here? There's no way it's not here. Oh, that's so disappointing. No, it has to be here. No, 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 no. It has to be here. We're gonna find this. Oh, shucks. Is it not there? He immediately after he got something, right? So all in all, that goes to show that RNG is a thing. You know what I'm saying? And you have to play the game. You have to play at a volume. And let me see what Wally. Let me see what the chat has to say. Skiller says, "Nice charger mask. Yeah, we got that. We got that." Franz said, "I had to step away. Did I miss the summon? No, you didn't miss the summon, man. You didn't miss the summon. You didn't miss the summon at all." We just finished economics. How many wins? Wawi says, hold on, let me see. Hold on. Wawi says, I still haven't looted any equipment yet. That's crazy. Wawi, how many wins do you have, man? Cause I've been getting some ish. You tell me no sword? There's no way, Wawi. There's no way. I don't believe that. That's crazy. Let's see. Got my third Charger Master today. Still haven't gotten a ball. That's crazy. Your third one, Sticks? Well, Sticks, you're doing all types of things with the shapeshifter, in there. So, okay. So look, uh, I'll use ADFK. Oh no, I'm sorry, DFK Quester. And why didn't I have this thing? Why didn't I have this thing loaded already? Ugh, you're such a disappointment. You are such a disappointment. Let me go ahead. You guys bear with me. You guys bear with me. Um, I have to find DFK. This always gets to me. There we go. You young, handsome lad, come here. Let me plug my address in you. Oh, so guys, just bear with me while I get this set up. Um, I just want to show you guys, and I already put it on Twitter, but it doesn't hurt. Doesn't hurt to get it on. Doesn't hurt to get it on stream of my current record, and then we're gonna get into these void hunts, man. I feel like I feel like I'm wasting time, man. You guys already see my record. Like it's time to get it winning, right? It's time to get it winning, man. Like Quester, but this is the thing, right? The thing that I want to show is just like the RNG is crazy. Just the randomness of how the drops happen is crazy as well. Because I really was kind of pessimistic, thinking that hey, I don't really know if I'm gonna get drops like this. I don't know if I'm wasting crystal, right? And I'm just trying to load my account here up on Quester as we speak. I didn't know if I would be actually good at playing this game, even though I was never good at games, right? So if we hop in right here, I feel like I've answered that question for myself. All right. I'm no longer questioning that, right? We've done a total of 107 hunts, 76 wins, 31 losses, 42% win rate. This hours part is insignificant because I've left some hunts not like closed in the early stages. But we have the Chargers mask. We got a weapon. You know what I'm saying? We got 7 void shards, you got a couple of muster runes, and we got a limited supply cooler head for free, right? So I'm kind of actually excited for what the next 900 hunts look like. And I'm excited for some of these other codexes to be released and implemented into the game. So, with that said, I'm super hyped about landing this Chargers mask. I'm not sure if I want to put it on my hero for the hunts. So if you're in chat, I'm about to start a boar hunt. We're gonna hop right into boar hunts. But should I be using this Chargers mask? Is it soulbound? I feel like I heard some things about soulbound. It's scaring me. What's going on here? Should I put this thing on my hero? Let me take a sip while I see what's going on in this. Holy schmoly, did Skiller just say he's got 15 equipment drops from 550 wins? What is wrong with you? Oh my goodness. That's absolutely menacing. I mean, wow. I don't hunt enough for crazy drops. So Dags, you haven't gone past like I don't know. You haven't gone past like 30 duels or 30 let me share this. You haven't gone past like 30 hunts? Let me see. Hot damn, we love RNG. Yeah, man, RNG is crazy. 56 shards though. Yeah, yo, whatever the shards are gonna be used for is gonna be crazy because we don't even know. We don't even know what the shards are gonna be used for. Right? We have no clue. Like, but again, guys, tell me in the chat, man. Should I throw this on my night before I go ahead and do my my hunt or what? Um It's gonna double in price once you have to use your own potions. What's gonna double in price once you have to use your own potions? The shards? You might have to clarify yourself here, Skiller. You've done 108 hunts. Okay, so we're kind of in the same boat, Dax. We're kind of in the same boat, Dax. Not so bound. Use on high accuracy hero. So accuracy comes from dexterity, right, Skiller? Accuracy comes from dexterity. If you know, correct me if I'm wrong, because I might want to throw this on, you know, I might want to throw this on my archer or something, you know. But it doesn't do physical damage. But is when the archer launches its bow using mana, that's magical damage, right? Like I'm not here like I know everything. I need you guys to tell me, like, you know. Mm, okay. Some feedback from Bora Hunts, and based upon how much Skiller has done his thing, it's worth it, you know, if he sells everything, right? I would put it on a hero with high dex to offset the accuracy penalty. Okay, okay. Use it until durability is released. Okay. And you can unequivocally and sell unequivocally and sell whenever I believe, but it's a cooldown. Okay. Oh, okay. Unequipped. Okay. I was like, what am I reading? Doing a hunt is going to double in price. Ooh, ooh, when you need to use your own potions. Ooh, 3 potions, 10 crystal ish. Last time I checked. Okay, okay. So I'm gonna throw this on my one of my archers. Maybe I'll throw this on my archer that has high dex but doesn't have a bow yet. Because I like to use uh one piece of equipment for each team, right? So I'll show you guys what I mean by that, right? We're gonna head over to the uh, tavern. Now, I've been trying to get my music to play. I'm like, am I going crazy or like what's going on here? Like my music isn't playing, it isn't translating through. Like, what am I doing wrong here? Right? I mean, I should know how to fix this, but I'm like, what's going on? Right? I took the master off, but I don't know. I don't want to bore hunt in silence, right? Help me here, guys. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and set up my first team here. Now, again, I use the classic, you know, Holy Trinity. You know, I'm just a classy dude. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna go. We're gonna go the priest, knight, archer. And as a little bit of a side note, you know, I never took any of my heroes out. You know, for the journey of the Never Return. And I never had any PJs, but recently I've been accumulating PJs, and I figured I'd accumulate one that's ready to get to level 15. And I do it with the priest, right? So I have a pretty badass priest, but prior to my A team had to do with this knight here. So my combination is usually I'll go for my rare priest here. He's always pretty solid. Then I use this archer here. You know, he's not my strongest archer. I have an archer that has a bow, right? And I didn't get that bow. I went and bought that bow, right? Because again, I wanted to have multiple teams. And I feel like this bow is eventually going to pay itself by landing me a bow. So this is one of my first ever heroes. One of my first ever heroes was this archer here. I got this archer and I got a thief, and it cost me Lord knows what. I don't want to tell you. This is like 3 years ago. And as I was leveling him up, I was kind of like, oh man, I don't really know if he he's gonna be worth it. You know, he's not too strong. But then I saw that he had the dexterity highlighted, he had the agility highlighted, and his luck was pretty good. I said, "Oh, this guy is gonna be great for boar hunts once boar hunts launch." So I gave him the bow for the nostalgia, and he's gonna level up great as well. But the second archer that I use from my squad is usually this one. and he's not too shabby himself. He's all the way there as well. So I am thinking that I may want to, and I'm sure you guys hear these sound effects, but you don't hear the classic music. I think I may want to continue this. I think I may want to continue this. So, we're gonna hook my man up. We're gonna put it to use. We're gonna see how that pans out. What's going on here? Chargers mask. We're gonna equip him. Ooh, this is about to be fuego. This is about to be fuego. What's going on here? What's going on here? Okay, let's get this transaction going on here. Let's get this. And this archer, after we win this hunt, he's gonna be ready to be leveled up. Or at least he's gonna be one hunt away. Because right now he's about 1200 or 1147 away. Wait, so I have saying sound settings. Sound settings on what? On the game? Sound settings on the game? You might have to help me out here, bro. I don't know, man. So this account is normally my Ledger account because this is like my favorite account. And in order to stream it, I had to set it up on my PC. So it's acting a little weird. It's acting a little weird, but that's okay. We'll have some patience with it. We still have about 45 minutes before we come on to the Jewelers podcast, which, guys, again, it's going to be a good one. We're going to be hanging out with Bullon. There you go. There goes the transaction. Wow, my Ledger, you're moving a little slow today, buddy. So yeah, we're going to finish up equipping my guy here. Once I see the weapon show up here, we're going to push it through, but I'm not going to let that stop me from going ahead into, there we go, and get into the money with my knight here. Now my knight has a weapon on it, okay? It has the sword on it, so he's ready to go to battle. He's ready to knock some heads in. And we're gonna put him in the front, right? And so, why is the archer not showing that he's equipped? What's going on here? What's going on here, Archer? Why you're not showing that you equipped? Oh, there we go. Oh, yeah. Oh, you know what? I do have some other things like the bloater. I got the bloater costume. Do I want to spend some time right now and put the bloater costume on my knight? Just do it for Sticks intern. Let's just do it. Let's just do it for Sticks. Let's just do it for Sticks. Where's the appearance at? Am I bugging? Oh, I guess it's not here. Okay, Ring of Doom, Cooler Head. Okay, I thought I'd be able to put the bloater on. I guess I am seeing things right now, or not seeing things. Okay. Or does that go to here? All right. I'm obviously having a malfunction, but we're gonna move past that. All right, let's get the archer on. See, this is how you start getting distracted, man. This is how you start getting distracted. All right, let's keep it simple. This is my lineup of how I like to set up my peoples. I think this is pretty cool. Party hat on my guys. We got the charger mask, and then we got the cooler head. This is like my A team. This is what I go with. A tanker should be a tanker. We just souped up, charged up our archer. So this is not just gonna be my A team, is us team. All right. Now, once I go ahead and push this transaction through, we're gonna check in with these. My MetaMask is moving superbly slow today. Okay. All right. So as we wait for that to lock in and for my MetaMask to prompt me, let's look at the chat room. Says we Sticks intern says we need a Sarge cert mocking about getting pajamas. Yeah, I've been packing up a lot of PJs. Yeah. No, that's the way to say it. That's the way to say it. Trade your sounds are, but music off on top right menu and enter skin settings. All right. It's late for the skin settings, but well, I'm starting to hunt, so we're gonna we're gonna test out how it looks. In terms of let me actually. All right, cool. So hey, hey, let's go. Let's go. All right, let me see. All right, so I'm glad. I'm glad we're hearing that. So we're in business, right? We're in business. Tapping into the rest of the chat. He said, "Use your bloated." I'm gonna use it the next round. Next round, if there's another BJ, I will throw all my heroes there. Yeah, man. I think I would throw at least a quarter. I don't know about all of them. Trade, are you joining the hunt contest? Yeah, honestly, I need to tap more into the trade. Do a summon RQ. Yeah. We're gonna hop into all that. Right now we're gonna get the hunt popping. I'm gonna show you guys my strategy a little bit. So I always like to start off with some bleed. I don't care if I'm nudged. I don't care about any of that. Right? Let's get the bleed on and popping. All right. So this kind of with the gore mask is kind of no different from what I would normally see. Right? And normally I would throw the holy beacon on. I would throw the holy beacon on because I don't care about you nudging me. Right? That's the great equalizer that I found. So even right now, I'm still gonna throw the the holy beacon on, right? Just because, like, all right, do what you got to do. We're gonna sit here. We got our priests that have enough mana to do their own thing. There's no need for me to move my knight. We can sit here. We can take a few hits, and we can start forcing them to heal themselves while making them bleed. Right? I don't care. You can hit me. You can cause me to bleed. My archer is gonna sit there and he's gonna take it, right? And the archer too, I've noticed, has some evasion. The archer has some evasion. So if he's healthy enough, like, he's going to evade some of these things, right? If he has enough agility, he's gonna evade some of these things. But it's not gonna stop me from my overall objective of forcing you to use your heal while you bleed. I don't even care. I missed my turn, right? They forced me to miss my turn. Doesn't matter. Overall objective is to get you dead before the next charge. Simple, beautiful, right? So yeah, my archer's taking a beating, right? He's taking a beating. Look how much. I mean, he's taking a beating, but who cares, right? Well, okay. So he's taunted me. At this very moment, he's taunted me, right? So do I want to use something spectacular? Well, I have enough mana. So F it. I'm gonna bring your life down too, right? I'm gonna bring your life down too. If you're gonna force me to rotate like this, I have no problem with it. Right? Got that crit. Got that crit. So so far, nothing too different from this Chargers mask that I've seen from, anything else. Yeah, okay, go ahead and heal your guy up front. Not too worried about it. We're double healing here by throwing that holy beacon on. right? And there are some other pre-skills, even with swiftness, that I'm seeing that I'm like, huh, this will be interesting. You can boost the agility of your heroes through the priest. So how interesting will that be when like the ninja and the pirates, come about? I think that'd be very interesting. But right now, I'm just continuing to, tag this guy with the mighty strike. Make sure that I am ready. That at least when one charge comes in, I'm ready to break loose. Right. So at this very point, I'm like, all right, cool. Is this the time where I swap my archer over? The next move is from Mama Boar. Even though I have this heal on Holy Beacon, I have 3 turns left on it. Can I take a hit from the boar again? I think so. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this to try to cause bleed. Use piercing to try to cause some bleed too, while prepping the front boar to be, oh, see, they love to do that. They love to make you miss when they know you're aiming to. Okay, see, so I made a mistake there, right? I made a mistake there, but it's okay because I can still. Uh, yeah, I made a bit of a mistake, but it's okay. It's okay. Nice, 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 nice. So been rewarded with the crit, right? I'm gonna get a hit in before he charges, but I'm gonna place. This is the time to swap now, and I know Sticks intern will be superbly upset about this, but he doesn't like missing and a chance to, get a kill shot in. Okay, so they switched me anyway. They switched me anyway. That's hilarious. That is absolutely hilarious. So for that, I'm gonna punish you. For that, I'm gonna punish you. We're gonna make sure you definitely are out of here. You don't play around and take me away from my strategy. For that, we're gonna punish you. Okay. For that, we're gonna punish you, and that's just generally how we feel. And then we're gonna start working on the second individual um, before this charge happens. And I have no quarrels with this. I have no quarrels with this. I have no quarrels with this. Yeah, I have no quarrels with this. Um, so it's getting a bit dangerous. We're gonna heal everyone. We have enough mana to do it. At this current moment. Again, I may want to move my. Oh, I got a crit there on my knight. All right. So from where I am, I want to get aggressive about, taking this out. So I'm just gonna go with Mighty Strike again, and we're gonna heal the priest again, and we're gonna use a good bit of mana on that because I don't care about you nudging me. I tried to move my guys out the way. You still playing these silly games with me. I'm done with these silly games. Right? Go after my priest. That's okay with me. You just gave my archer more time to get some healing there, and the mama board did not really affect me like that. Am I still in the window? Oh, I lost the window. Okay, I think I lost the window. I lost the window to get rid of this. To get rid of this board. He's no longer exhausted, right? He's no longer exhausted. Yeah, he's no longer exhausted. So, all right. So, I really just didn't take advantage of my window. So we're gonna recalibrate what we're doing here, right? I'm gonna use this moment just to switch. Okay. We're gonna switch with this moment. We're gonna put a tank up front. The boards have played well. The boards have played well. They're looking to force my hand here. But what I want to do before I do that, since my archer has now gotten a chance to heal, we got our tank in front. He took that silly hit. I'm not too worried about that. Now I could heal. I have to heal. I have to heal my knight right here. Right. And as I heal my knight, um, I want to be able to get my priest some mana because I don't want to be playing games here. And so at the current moment, I'm not too worried about attacking this forward board because I ran out of that time frame with the board exhausted to do what I gotta do. And again, I know Sticks doesn't worry too much about win percent. I don't care about win percentage. I just want to win. So in the current state that I'm in with 2 potions left, I want to be able to attack both ends at the same time so that when the next charge happens, I don't have a lot to deal with when it comes to getting the oh crap. Okay, so wow. Okay, so he has bleed on him, so I have to be very careful about Mama Boar rampaging. So what I'm gonna do here is just go to heal everybody because based on the bleed that I'm doing, he could be in a position to rampage. So I want to be able to use my archer. Okay, so that's pretty cool. He has forced me to attack him, which is great. I did not want to attack the smaller boar. And so even if he does get to a place where he rampages because his or her baby boar has me killed, I'm ready to eat that rampage. I'm ready to eat that rampage. And his health is going to be superbly low. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. 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 Okay. So if he still has bleed on him, okay, you could do that. That's your last dying wish. Your last dying act. All right. Before this rampage possibly hits, I get another opportunity to not only heal my knight, but also to use Mighty Strike. And I got the crit on that. Fire. I can use Mighty Strike here, or I can make sure that I give my priest the ability. Look, he's locked me in. I can't even use any potions right now. So we're just gonna go for it. All right. I know that he blocked it, and that's all good. So he's gonna hit me with some sort of rampage. And I get a chance to use my priest before he does that. So I want to use my priest and give okay, so I want to savor hurting the mama boar and give my priest some rampage. Okay, see? Okay, so he rampaged, but it's all good, right? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead, keep hurting you. There you go, got the crit on that. Okay, things are getting critical. Things are getting critical, right? It was good that I gave my priest um some more mana, right? Because when you're playing this, you know what I'm saying, big time control. You know what I'm saying? We out here keeping things afloat. We out here keeping things afloat. All right. So like he has no more mana left, but he definitely has his gore blade, which is gonna do some damage. It's gonna do some damage. All right. Let's go. All right. So he's charged up right now, and he's beating the crap shit um out of my knight. So what I'm gonna do is I gotta focus on keeping that knight in the show, right? I gotta focus on keeping that knight in the show. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna superbly charge up the knight. We're gonna superbly charge up the knight. I'm cool playing these type of games with you, mama. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing but a chicken wing. It ain't nothing but a chicken wing. You feel me? And this is what the Holy Trinity is all about. And right now, I don't mind using the Holy Trinity until I figure out how to use the warrior, right? Because I think the warrior is going to be super valuable. But until I figure out how to use it, I don't want to waste my time with it. You know what I'm saying? So, he's definitely charged up. He got his stuff going on here. But especially with the priest that's doing this, you know what I'm saying? Giving me that crit. It's game over for this guy. It's game over for this guy. So, you know what I'm saying? This is how you go into 2024. You know what I'm saying? You come in here and you solidify guaranteed wins.
You know what I'm saying? On his next he has turned on his next charge, but I'm hoping that he doesn't make it there. And even if he makes it there, my priest is ready to heal my guys up. You know what I'm saying? So, oh shoot, I should have I just made a mistake. I should have healed my priest. I should have healed my priest. That was really me trying to multitask and I just messed up. Trying to multitask, messed up. But it's okay because now showing that I was able to win with one of my guys down, showing that I was able to win with one of my guys down may give me better luck, right? I think I have an opinion that all of that plays into the stuff that you get landed to you because I've had really good things drop to me when I've had my heroes be pretty low, right? So let's see what kind of loot we get dropped. That was a good win. You know, we talk a ish because we know what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? As somebody who was a non-gamer, I've come in and on the first iteration of the DeFi Kingdoms PvP, I'm coming in there and I'm killing it, right? Or PvE. I always mix that up. But I'm coming in there and we are killing it. So to see that I'm in the 46, 48 percentile ratio, it makes me happy, make me confident, has me understand that okay, you can build your heroes out to get so this loot drop to me, the charges mask, and then using that within the overall gameplay. It's not about getting the loot and selling it. It is not about getting the loot and selling it. It is about getting the loot and implementing that into your overall strategy. And like Sticks or like Skiller said, now you can use that economic hardening theory, put it into place, and understand that it's profitable to play and to sell. But really utilize it in within the game is awesome. So hey, Red Room says Dags. Once we list all the contestants, we can run the donation pool. Yeah, I'm actually super excited to set up that donation pool, and to get that going, right? And we're just waiting for the transaction to complete. I'm excited to do that. I know Mega is going to be helping me with that as well. So yeah, we're gonna get that situated. This is a solid battle. It took a while to win. Big time control. That's what I want. Okay, we want the control. We're not playing around here, right? So I could do, another hunt, but we're gonna stop it right there because we have about 20 minutes left until the jewelers start their stream with Bullon. So we're gonna be heading to our mythic dark summon soon. Now, just wrapping this up. Look, I got eight tiers for all that work. That's nothing, right? But that's the goal here. I have my sure that now has the gore, the charges mask. He's very close to leveling up, and he's just gonna become that much more of a beast. And I may also stack him with a couple greater crystals, right? Or a greater crystal. So that was cool to see, right? And so we're gonna move on to the next stage of what we have lined up for tonight. I really just increased myself, on another win there. So we're racking up these wins here. And we're gonna continue to play within this ecosystem. So now we're gonna come over to the portal, right? And yes, we're gonna dark summon this mythic. But before we dark summon, we're gonna do a regular summoning pair or a regular summon with this pair because I feel like I can squeeze one more summon, out of this mythic pair, right? And really, I was very nervous about, putting this pair together and summoning with them
because of the difference in level, all right, and the difference in. Let me just adjust this here. Oh, no way! There's still a summoning block on this mythic. That's so disheartening. So I was going to do a regular summon and then do a mythic dark summon. And maybe I should have checked this before I hopped on stream. But I probably won't be able to do it. But all in all, do I give a damn? I don't care. I've gotten a couple good cards, a couple good heroes from putting these mythics together and summoning with these mythics together. So I'm not really too pressed about it. I'm not really too pressed about it. So, as I get ready to do this dark summon, I'm not even gonna be on stage, right? This is all about the first mythic summon that we are doing here on stage, or mythic dark summon. So we're gonna exclude that, right? This is entertainment. I'm not gonna be too upset at the fact that I probably wasted a possible summon there. We're gonna hop right into a dark summon. We're gonna hop right into a dark summon, baby. we're gonna hop it into we're gonna hop into a dark summon, and we're gonna put two mythics together. This is the Starbuck voice, right? We're gonna put this together here. And this guy's even almost ready to level up, and maybe I don't want to wait no more. Okay, this is what they've been waiting for. Okay, and before we even do that, let me deselect. Let me deselect. Let's look at the pairs. It's easier to do it when you have it in this form. So both of them are gardeners, right? Both of them are gardeners. And if you're trying to get a ninja, of course you want a fisher, right? Both of them have strength highlighted. Both of them have, or one. This has intelligence. This has vitality. And if we look at their percentages, you know, you're not seeing anything too crazy in here. If you're trying to get a mutation over to a ninja, the dexterity you might want to carry over, which that's why I'm going to be using um, a dexterity stone for this as well, because that's just the thing that I can make sure to boost the most if I'm going for a ninja, whether I still get a monk or anything else. They'll be able to do that. And then I have toxic, which I would love to be able to bring toxic over to a stronger mythic hero. I have Iron Skin and Death Mark, and if we look at the attributes, I believe that for active two, it's Iron Skin and Speed. Okay, no, so that doesn't match. I thought I had something that matched here. Oh, how traumatic. How traumatic. So it's Iron Skin and Speed that doesn't match. And then Clear Vision and Headstrong don't match. Yep. So that's okay. I can hope for a toxic crossover. I just want to. The reason why I wanted to do this was I wanted to start to implement one. I like my Mythic Stone. Okay, first of all, they build out better, and then two, I want to use the bonuses. I want to guarantee Mythic. I want something strong, and I want to build it out. Even if I have my botted account stack stamina potions for free, I want to have something sick that I build out. And if I get a ninja, even better, right? So this is my first instance of that. In total for 2024, we're probably going to do this 2 or 3 more times. We're gonna definitely use the tier bonus, and it looks like it's gonna be an addition on strength. Still hoping to get a ninja. We're gonna go ahead and use this. I did I get a? Hold on, what should I use the chaos? Because I spoke about using a. Why am I not able to? Hold on here. Hold on here. We gotta do an intermission here. Did I not buy a stone? Did I not do it? Did I not buy a stone? Did I buy the wrong stone here? Oh, I got the crystal, not the stone. That's so garbage. That is so horrendous. That is so horrendous. I thought I prepped my stone, and what do you know? I did not prep my and you know I should have known when I saw it. I'm like, huh, this thing is not too pricey. This thing is not too pricey. Okay, so I made a mistake and I grabbed the crystal. But we are going to grab the lesser finesse stone, and because of that, let me actually make sure. Oof. Let me make sure that proper this is the proper setup. Yeah, dexterity. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna do that. We still have some time before we got about 15 minutes before the jewelers come on, and we are gonna do this. Okay. So we're gonna get a grader. My goodness. Wow. Wow. A greater finesse stone. My goodness. This is crazy. This is how much jewel. And you know, I noticed from the stone carver, you can carve lesser stones, but how do you get to a place where you're carving greater stones? Because my goodness, can somebody tell us how to figure that formula out? Are you only getting them from duels and from, you know, the castle? Like, what's going on here? Can someone do a tutorial on how to craft greater stones? Because this is absolutely ridiculous. Um, yeah, this is ridiculous. This is amazing to see. So so yeah, we're you know we're gonna get this done. This transaction speed with my ledger communication is just not the greatest. So we're gonna do as usual. We're gonna hop into the chats while we wait for that. And Dax said, "Got to get this summon or I'll miss it." Yeah, listen, we're working hard here. We're trying here. My ledger is communicating very slow here, but trust me, we're gonna get this done. We're gonna get this done. Let's wait for this transaction to complete. Let's hop into let's hop into the dark summon pits here, and this transaction should complete. Yes, let us go. Let us go. Let us go. All right, so we're doing this. Okay, we're doing this. Everything is all loaded. We're going for a ninja. Okay, we got the bonuses here. I mean, I can't boost the rarities for like these 8 summons, or not even. Um, I think it'll still keep 3 Oh, it'll have 2 summons left. So maybe I should have used the pirate to do other things and whatever. But the pirate is not the one with toxic, so I'm not too disappointed. And again, I get the tier bonus. And we're gonna go ahead and use our greater finesse stone, where we get an 8+ on dexterity and 7% on the primary growth, 21% on the secondary growth. We're trying to make a beast here. You know, we don't need any of that. And we're gonna put this through, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna burn. Let's listen to the nostalgic music. Yep, just waiting to place this transaction through. Gotta approve the stone. Man, this is such a drag. I gotta find a way to boost the speed up of the communication between my ledger and my PC. It's much faster on my laptop, but because I wanted to show you guys, you know, I wanted to start off the year with some boar hunts, you know, showing it live, start off the year with some dark summons, showing it live. Uh, um, so let's see. Can't craft greater or regular, sadly, as Mega has detailed to us. It happens to all of us. Yeah. It says it's awesome how expensive they are. So good for the game economy. Yes, it is great for the game economy. There's value, there's demand. Good luck, sir. Yes. Run stuck here. All right. So I'm gonna now prompt the begin. Man. Okay. It's almost like Gaia's tears. Gaia's tears. However you say it. is just like, hey, the longer you wait, the sweeter the berry, the sweeter the juice. So again, this is the combination that we're putting together. Okay, we're going for glory, but we'll take the ability to have a mythic that we can build out that possibly has a much higher dexterity, is able to transfer toxic over, and that we can get a ninja. If we can get a ninja, I'll take a ninja knight because of the boost on the strength of ninja legionnaire. I'm cool with that, right? Mythic ninja tank. That would be fire. That would be fire. So, man, all right, we're gonna see. We're gonna see how things. We're gonna see how things look. Mythic ninja. Is that what we're about to get? Is that what we're about to get? Let's find out. Wow, this is the slowest bleed ever. But you know what's interesting? This is exactly how it feels when you play boar hunt after boar hunt after boar hunt after boar hunt, and you're waiting for it to hit. All right, what do we have here? Wow, this is the slowest bleed ever. This is the slowest bleed ever. Oh, don't tell me you gave me a pirate. Don't tell me you gave me a pirate. A pirate wizard? A pirate wizard? Oh, oh boy. All right, I'm gonna need you guys to walk me through this if this is a good card or not. So we got a pirate wizard. All right. We got dexterity at a 20. Okay. Okay. It's a fisher. Aren't pirates fishers? Pirates are fishers. A pirate wizard, that's a fisher. Okay. Not too bad. Not too bad. We got a 77 on dexterity, but a 29 in the secondary. So really, we're above 100% for dexterity. And with a dexterity of 20, on a pirate. Okay. Pirate wizard. Okay. Strength is cool. All right. I mean, intelligence is highlighted, so we're gonna try to build that mana out. Even though the pirate has low mana to start, and then toxic did not transfer over. Toxic did not transfer over. So, pirate wizard is the ultimate utility box. Ooh. Hey, Wowie, can you clarify? Can you clarify if pirates have the ability to like raise either it's like the mana or the pirate has the ability to affect other their team, the team around them. Can you clarify that for us, Wowie? I believe that's some inkling of what I've heard. So I started to collect pirates. So, what we have here is speed, poison blade, headstrong, and duelist. If a pirate naturally has a knife, then I believe poison blade could be useful. Speed for a pirate could be useful. And then right now the agility is, not the hottest thing, but it should be able to build up with it. And yeah, guys, so this is we got a tier bonus. We didn't get anything passed over, but I love that I get a crazy head start. I love that I get a crazy head start on dexterity because we've seen how important dexterity is with the with the priest, how important dexterity is with the archer. We're seeing that dexterity is gonna go a long way. So we'll see what kind of noise this pirate is making in the future. And we're gonna level it up right off the bat, right? We're gonna level it up right off the bat with some higher crystals, right? We're just going here and trying to make a beast. So, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys the time to uh, uh, get ready, tap into the stream to come with the jewelers. This has been absolutely awesome. I, I love the fact that Wally has confirmed that the Pirate Wizard is a good mix. And we're going to prepare this pirate for what is to come. I have never stand potted, any of my heroes in the past, but I got some stand pots from what? From Duel Season 6. And I'm super excited to see what happens in Season 7 and Season 8 and Season 9 of Duels, along with other boar hunts to come. So, this is absolutely fantastic. Thank you guys for joining. You guys will be seeing me on you guys will be seeing me on the Jewelers podcast along with Bullon. It's been super exciting. It's been super fun. We didn't get the ninja that we were looking for, but we got something good. We got something that is going to be very powerful and have good utility within this game moving forward. We got a win with our boars with the Charger mask on. And we're doing pretty good. And so that is the overall outlook. And we have Wally here. Pirate has a ton of support options for their team, and Wizard has an entire codex path dedicated to support as well. Very defensive options. And I love my defense. You guys just saw how I played the boar hunt. I'm taking my time. I'm having my priest do his thing. And we're going to, you know what I'm saying? So big shout out to Wally for this alpha. This is some amazing alpha. And this actually makes me want to go back and listen to Wally's footage that he has about the pirate and some of the other codexes that he went through as well. But this is awesome. This is fun. Guys, we are bullish. We're here. Thanks for spending time here. Make sure to hop onto the Jewelers podcast and let's continue to stay macro. Let's continue to stay bullish. So, guys, with that being said, I'm going to catch you guys on the other stream.
Hey. Whoa. Yeet. Whoa, whoa. Hey, hey, hey. Whoa. Ha. Welcome to the trade room, y'all. Welcome to the trade room, y'all. It's a macro Saturday. Welcome to the trade room, y'all. Hey. Hey. Welcome to the trade room, y'all. Welcome to the trade room, y'all. It's a macro Saturday. Welcome to the trade room, y'all.